Shadow Warrior and Hard Reset developer, Flying Wild Hog, has been acquired by Supernov Capital, a private equity firm established by Splash Damage founder Paul Wedgwood. The undisclosed deal is a first for Supernov and Wedgwood, who founded the investment outfit back in 2017 after selling his shares in Splash Damage to for $160 million. Both Flying Wild Hog and Supernov have worked together in the past, with the former drawing on the latter's capital, development experience, and knowledge of the triple space, to grow its team to over 180 staff, expand its game portfolio, and open a new office in Rzeszów, Poland. Moving forward, the duo intend to focus on sustainable expansion by creating a happy and healthy studio that has oodles of creative freedom. This is a completely new venture, built on the premise of solving one simple problem. Founders and CEOs face a significant amount of stress and pressure as the years pass, ultimately trickling down to their stuff-fund fans, commented Wedgwood, explaining his ownership philosophy. We designed Supernova to reignite the passion in struggling star developers by simply caring for them, reducing confusion, decreasing politics, raising productivity, profitability, and dramatically improving or at least essentially fusing their talents with Supernova's proven leadership, so that together we can create the happiest and healthiest and most profitable studios in our solar system. We have cancelled the open-world Star Wars game in development at Vancouver. As reported by Kotaku, the title was being built using some of the assets from Viscero's scrapped Star Wars project, which was handed over to Vancouver after the studio's closure in 2017. According to those familiar with the matter, the work-in-progress title codenamed Orchid, VC players take on the role of a bounty hunter, a Han Solo-esque scoundrel, and explore various open-world planets populated with different factions. While it sounds promising on paper, Orchid was still very early on in development, and after looking at its roadmap, the next few years apparently decided to scrap the project in favor of a smaller Star Wars game that could be on shelves sooner. It's unclear what shape the new scaled-down title will take, but he is apparently keen to release it towards the end of 2020. Fortunately, those people who spoke to Kotaku said nobody had been laid off as a result of the cancellation, and some even believe that Orca might eventually see the light of day after it has finished work on its new project. Last year's Tetris Effect is seen by some as the best version of Tetris, the best game ever made, and at the 2019 Game Developers Conference in March, a few of its creatives will show you exactly how they did it. Notably, enhanced Chief Fund Game Industry veteran Tatsuya Mizuguchi will be at DD this year to help lead an exciting design track on making Tetris Effect that you will not want to miss. Alongside fellow producer Mark McDonald and Tetris Effect director Takashi Ishihara, Mizuguchi will walk you through the game's production journey, an exciting story of creating a new version of unestablished franchise that allow you with practical lessons applicable to almost all aspects of general game production, from PREVISUALIZATI and through launch. While the learnings should prove useful for all game makers, this is a talk you absolutely do not want to miss. If you are at all interested in Tetris Effect and the workflow that produced it, further details on this talk and many more are available now on THEGDC 2019 session scheduler. There you can begin to lay out your DD 2019, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd at the newly renovated Moscone Center in San Francisco. Bring your team to GD. Register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on GDC 2000 and 19 visit the show's official website. Or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, OS. Gamasutra and GD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. In a recent interview with Game Informer, Sony Interactive Entertainment chairman Sean Layden suggested we have not seen more games take advantage of crossplay on PS4 because developers and publishers simply are not requesting the feature. He explained Sony is open for business on this one, following the successful implementation of Fortnite crossplay, and that company is keen on the idea, just need to chat with their PlayStation account manager to get the ball rolling. It all sounds fairly straightforward, but one high-profile developer claims the situation is anything but. Responding to Layden's comments on Resetera, the CEO of Wargrove developer publisher Chicofish claimed Sony has repeatedly stopped the studio from pursuing the idea. We just launched Wargrove with cross-play between PC, Switch and X, so I wanted to chime in, said the company's chief exec, Finn Bryce. We made many requests for cross-play, both through our account manager and directly with higher-ups, all the way up until release math. We were told in no uncertain terms that it was not going to happen. From our side, we can literally toggle a switch and have it working. Of course, this work might be more complicated for Sony. Just wanted to provide some balance on the issue and say that it certainly is not a question of developers having not contacted their account managers or having dropped the ball. We were told no. It's a curious exchange that suggests Sony still is not smitten with the idea of letting its users mingle with players on rival consoles, at least when it comes to smaller titles that are not Fortnite or Rocket League. Video Game Deep KC's weekly newsletter from video game industry watcher Simon Carlos, DD, Gamasutra Code Runner, rounding up the best long-read standout articles videos about games every weekend. This week's highlights include impressions of the fetching Advance Wars, like Wargrove, the new Subnautica standalone follow-up, as well as a look at Fortnite's concert rendezvous with Marshmallow, among a bumper crop of links. So I guess I made the mistake of looking at the email addresses of some of my new and older subscribers, and wow, there is some seriously interesting people reading this newsletter weekly. Thank you for giving it some time. There is a lot of great stuff out there, and it's so difficult to distill nowadays. I do my best to boil it down. I'd love to write more opinion pieces, to like Joost van Dongen's excellent musings, but my current position makes it tricky to be opinion while in public. Maybe in a few years, I will semi-retire and go live this letter, unfettered by ties. Please look forward, not to it. Until next time, Simon, curator. In the future, video games will care about you. Kit Stewart made an article 8 years ago. Game developer Bethesda attempted a radical experiment with aesthetic role-playing adventure Skyrim, and it went horribly, beautifully wrong. To make players feel like they were a part of a living, breathing world, the designers created an artificial intelligence system named Radiant, which gave computer-controlled characters, player characters, NPCs, a range of needs, ambitions, and personality quirks, and allowed them to act on those elements dynamically. Changes of perspective are vital to representation in games. More in the Hatfield Eurogamer article, these games want to make you their hero. You are supposed to have an empowering experience, punishing you for any action seems counterproductive. Having diverse heroes in such games is often especially great because people of certain backgrounds rarely see themselves depicted as heroes. Crackdown 3, less than it was meant to be, but still stupid fun. Michael Photo Variety article. What is clear is that it is not the same game as Microsoft was promised back in 2015. Series creator Dave Jones and Reagent Games are off the project, with Sumo Digital handling the campaign, and Crackdown 2 developer Raytheon tackling multiplayer. Quick to path tracing, ray tracing analysis, show me some VIDIORTX. Digital Foundry YouTube video. This is fascinating. Not only has NVIDIA RTX tech been brought to bear on Quake 2, but the entire renderer has been rewritten with full path tracing. In short, not just reflections, shadows or lighting, but everything is rendered here with ray tracing.